Hello, beautiful ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our channel and welcome to the show today. I'm Esther Chefoin and I'm your host for today. We shall be discussing about the Kelly Jackson show and what the founder hopes that the viewers get from the show. So with me in the studio, I have the founder, Mr. Kelly Jackson himself, and my co-host, Mrs. Kolek. So let's get right onto it. Hello, sir, and welcome to our show.
Thank you for hosting me.
Okay, how are you today and how's everything?
Well, I'm fine. I'm fine. Today is okay, as all my days are.
Okay, so I believe you're the founder of this show, the Kelly Jackson show.
Yeah.
So what is the show about?
Well, the main reason for this show is to provide information to people out there that can help them to grow in the things they are planning to do. So this show is all about sharing information, getting people informed, and getting people educated on things that really matters most to us.
So in every aspect or in some particular aspects?
Yeah, we started with traveling. We've also done shows about teaching in Thailand, and then we've also done shows about relationships. So we are really trying to target the areas that will concern us, the humans.
Okay, and everyday life?
Yeah, everyday life, yeah.
All right. So how old is the show?
Well, the show as of now is just about 3 weeks old, getting to a month. Yeah, it's quite a very new show. But this idea has been in my mind for years now. Initially, when I started filmmaking in Bangkok, I also wanted to start the show immediately. But back then, I didn't know exactly what to talk about. Yeah, behind my mind, I know I wanted to do a show. But to talk about what, I really did not know. So it took me like years just to figure out what I really want to talk about. You know, we can all create content, we can all make videos, but sometimes the things you make might not be interesting to the viewers, and might not be impactful to the viewers.
Okay.
So I wanted something that the viewers would really love and really appreciate.
All right. Okay, that's very nice.
Mr. Kelly Jackson, I want to ask if the show is scriptional or conversational.
Yeah, this show is unscripted, which means that we only have some outlines, like a few points that we talk about, and then during the show we strike a conversation, because I do believe that we can get people to tell you their mind when they are having a conversation with you.
Yeah.
So that there shouldn't be any limit as to what the guest would like to say. I decided that we shouldn't script anything. Whatever we say, it should just be conversational. It should be like from our head.
Like you have the points that you want to talk about, but at the level of the show, you just try to make it into a conversation.
Exactly.
Okay. You are a teacher and you are also doing show on YouTube. How do you manage your time, both on the YouTube program and your school?
Yeah, this has been one of the most challenging things for me to do, because I'm really busy every day in my school. I teach there from Mondays up to Fridays, right? Then I have to shoot videos. So sometimes I really try to manage my time. I go to bed late at night. I wake up early in the morning to go to school. Sometimes I will have to make sure that I shoot at night. I can set up a program with my workmate that we have to shoot at night, maybe at 8 p.m. or maybe at 9 p.m. at night. So we have to shoot because of the limited time that we have. And one other thing is that I personally really love making videos. Yeah, I feel like it's part of me. So no matter how tied up, I try my best to make sure that I can schedule some few hours to shoot a video.
All right. So how long do you intend to keep up with the show?
Well, as for long as possible, I believe we the humans, right? We always need information. We constantly need to be informed.
Yeah.
So the show will keep on for as long as possible.
Okay. So it must be really very stressful, even if you try to make out time and everything. It must be really stressful handling your job and then doing the show. So how?
Yeah. The most stressful part of the show is not shooting the video or teaching in school, right?
Editing.
is the viewers and their comment, right? Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
sometimes I'm like, do they like what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
Are they happy with my work?
Yeah.
Is it up to standard? Things like this gets me really, really stressed out more than even shooting the video or even teaching in my school. Because sometimes I wonder if the content I'm creating is up to their
Standard.
expectation. Yeah. So I always wanted to do something that would help others, that would inspire others. But at the moment, I am wondering if I am really achieving the goals that I set up about the channel, if it's really doing what it is supposed to do.
You must be an influencer to really create a platform like this and keep up with the content. So, what are some of the challenges you face trying to create content for the show?
Yeah, and one of the most difficult challenges I face when it comes to creating content is like trying to figure out which content suit which particular audience, right? What time can we shoot it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And what to say and what will be the reaction. Sometimes even though we make out the outlines, right?
Yeah.
They have to flow in a certain order.
Yeah.
So if you are asking a guest a question,
Mm-hmm.
when you're writing your outline, you should anticipate what the guest might say to
Yeah.
have the next point to ask, right?
Yeah.
You might not necessarily know exactly what they will say, but you might have a clue of what they will say. So it will help you to structure down the next question to the next question to the next question.
What to that? I want to ask, what are the objectives of the show?
Yeah, the objective of this show, like I mentioned before, is to get people informed, get people educated. The show I did with one guest, it was about traveling abroad, right?
Yeah.
And the guest really elaborate about how someone can travel, what a person needs to do before he or she travels, right? And this is very educational because I can take example of myself. The first time I went to China, I didn't know anything about traveling. They just said, because when I finished school, I have always wanted to travel. So I've been trying many other countries, but with no luck. So this guy contacted my sister and my elder sister who lives in Douala, and said to her, I have a line to China. Are you interested? Since my sister, she loves me so much and she knows her struggle to travel,
Yeah.
so she called me and asked, there's this line to China. Would you like to go? And I was like, do I have a choice? And then she said, well, it's your choice to make. And I was like, no, what I meant is like, I would just want to go anywhere. So it's not like I'm saying that do I have any say in the matter. No.
Yeah.
So I left, I went to China without knowing anything about Chinese policy, Chinese laws, how China actually looks like.
Yeah.
Then when I was there, I was like, wow, I kind of love the structures that I saw and the building and everything, but the laws were so difficult. And even what the guy told us was like, you can teach English in China.
Yeah.
But when I got there, I realized that Africans are not allowed to teach by their law.
Oh.
Yeah, you can work. You can be lucky to get a job to do. But by law, you are not supposed to teach. They prefer what they call native speakers. Yeah. So it was really tough to get my visa extended and the thing expired, and I was jumping from one city to another. It was really stressful. Yeah. So all this happened because I didn't know what I was going to do there, and I didn't have any information about China.
Okay, but did you have anybody there to guide you?
I didn't know anybody that lives in China. The guy that gave me the visa told me that don't worry, we will go together and I will assist you. Okay. And I really trusted the guy because the guy had been there for a while,
Okay.
He was there for like 5 years. So I thought, okay, if the guy is saying that he can help, then he can help. But the guy didn't have anything with him. He even collected part of my own show money and presented to the immigration as his own show money.
Oh my God.
When we got there, he even spent part because my sister gave me $1,000. I was traveling for the first time and I was like the first person to travel from our house. So everybody was kind of like very excited and everybody was chipping in. They were really concerned about my safety and my security, So they really supported me. Then they gave me $1,000 as show money. So the boy collected about 400 that he also has to show it to the immigration and stuff like that. When we got there, the guy didn't have anything, like no house, nothing to nothing. We were staying with a friend. You see. But in Cameroon, it was a different story altogether, you know. And
Yeah.
all this happened because I didn't have any idea about traveling, you know. So that is why I hope that this platform can serve this purpose, can get people informed. If you want to travel, please, you have to do your homework. Try to get some education. Try to know what you are going to do there.